Something big is happening in retirement. And I'm going to say I'm part of the reason for that. And YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would not have a platform. And as such, no one would hear the massive amounts of evidence that has changed the realm, the paradigm when we talk about retirement. I forgot who sent this to me. What's that? It's my man Rob. I think Rob is this the Rob from Worcester, Massachusetts. The Worcester Red Sox. It used to be the Paw Sox in Worcester. It's got the Red Sox now. Freaking rat things. Pawtucket Red Sox goes back freaking generations. Remember the Vero Beach Dodgers? The Dodgers, there's Dodger Town in Vero Beach. Remember the Rose Bowl, Michigan versus USC? All these days are gone. There's like no loyalty to anybody. So why would you be loyal to some crappy old company? They're not going to be loyal to you. I just talked to a guy yesterday, man. His whole unit got laid off except for him and two other people. No, sirree, Bob. No. Yep. No, Finnegan. So check this out. This is from Morningstar. How retirement spending works in retirement. You may be able to spend more than you think. This is from Morningstar. Something has happened. It's like the evidence has finally come out. And again, my man Ty Bernicki started this all for me. And I'm going to show you the article he had written back in the Journal for Financial Planning back in 2005. And everyone, well, very few people actually read, so very few people were reading it. But Jonathan Clements with the Wall Street Journal was throwing darts at Ty. He's saying, well, they're spending less because they're running out of money. And he was just wrong. There's no evidence for that. So check this out. So you're going to go to firecalc.com. I love firecalc.com. You can donate to them someplace on here, and I have, and you should too. It's in here someplace. But anyway, we're going to go to, where was it, man? They used to have a big old button down here you could donate. I just did like 2 months ago. All right, so we're going to go to spending models. Come on, man. Get your donation thing up there, boys. Go to spending models. I think we're going to. Are we going to spending? There's Knucklehead, Lottie McGee. Hold on a second. Spending models, you'll see Bernicki's Reality Retirement, using Reality Retirement Plan by Ty Bernicki. And he should, and I thought they had the link to his article here, and I don't see it anymore. But you can see Bernicki's Reality Retirement Plan. Hold on just a second because I can let a Knucklehead outside. Cav, can you let Knucklehead outside, please? Thank you. So we're going to click on this. My man, Ty Bernicki, and he is just a legend in my mind because that guy he set me on fire in his article in 2005, the Journal for Financial Planning. Let's see if he's got it in here. And I just hope he's crushing, man, because this guy, he made a big difference, Let's see what we got here. He's got all kinds of articles on it. So this guy crushed. Look at that guy, man. He should get the, and I don't care he's published in Forbes. Forbes is not what it used to be. But anyway, he is published in the Journal for Financial Planning. And so this guy should get the, I don't know, what the hell, the Bogle Award for Financial Planners. This article, and again, I think, remember, 2005. So I'll put a link, if I can remember to, put a link, and here you go. FPA Financial Planning Association, which I used to be a member of until they went all woke and they started promoting on the front page CRT, critical race theory, which is the most racist thing. It's basically based on Marxist liberation theology and stuff. It's bad. Hold on a second. All right, so I forgot where I left off because I had to get a pizza from my boy that we're making homemade. You want to say, Chloe, you want to say hi to everybody? Hi. There's Chloe. Hello, Chloe. She's back from college. And we're making pizza. Anyway, so here's a FPA, Financial Planning Association, that Ty Bernicki had written in 2005. I remember reading that like it was yesterday. He said, basically, my clients don't spend as much as they think they did. My clients' spending goes down. And the evidence of that is, I think, actually Bernicki. Let's see if he has, hold on just a second. He did. He talked about Ken Tachino and Cynthia Saltzman. Do accumulation models overstate what's needed to retire? And that's the Journal for Financial Planning from 1999. I had never, I wasn't in the FPA back then. I'd never seen that article. That was what started this whole thing. But it's Bernicki's writing, that's for me in 2005. I'd never heard the idea that you're spending. I've always, 4% rule, 4% each year adjusted for inflation is just not true. Anyway, so here comes Morningstar. of all places. I'm just like stunned by this, man. And because Morningstar, they follow the Vanguard, not Center for Boston College, Center for Retirement Research at Boston College. Like, oh, we're all gonna die. Oh. The world's gonna get nuked. Women and minorities hurt the most. It's like it's so freaking stupid. It's like all those people at Boston College, the Teresa Jill Geldy lady, and all these naysayers. It's nuts, man. And it's just the evidence is just not there for what these guys say in terms of the National Retirement Risk Index that Boston College uses. Look at those two eyes right there. Look at those guys. Right there. Right there. And it just, now that it's becoming more and more mainstream, that people's spending goes down. And that's huge. So what caused that? Frankly, it's just, at some point you got to look at the evidence and say, the evidence is that this happens, and you got to go away from what you previously thought was true. It's been dragging these people kicking and screaming. It's nuts. Anyway, so if we keep going down here, I'm going to show you something here. So we got Jeff Pataki, remember Governor Pataki, and Christine Benz, and they asked this guy right here, who's Dan Halit, who's in the UK. So we won't hold that against him, that fact he's in the UK. But I want to show you something here right quick, though. What does life look like immediately after retirement? What does it look like from 72 to 82? What does it look like from 82 onwards? And I like what he says here. He goes, look, I have no idea what your heating bill is going to be like in 5.5 years' time, but neither do you. And I'm not trying to crystal ball this, but I do know that our clients have a sense of direction when it comes to their spending patterns. You're going to be spending less on leisure activities in your 70s than you did in your 60s, and less in your 80s than your 70s. So getting clients to start thinking about how spending changes during these phases is very, very important. 100%, man. He says, oh boy. He says, I'm not a fan. They just said that Trump can't appear on the Colorado ballot. It's crazy. I'm not a massive fan of Monte Carlo, if I'm honest with you. I think backward-looking stress test paints a better picture of how their plans fared during some of the worst and best times of the last 100 years. So he used a backward-looking model, and that's fine. I don't have any people do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. But anyway, he says, although inflation is obviously the silent assassin, I think if we more understand that our real-time spending falls in retirement, then we get much more comfort about what we might need going forward. And from a spending point of view, it's entirely flexible. I'm not a believer of the 4, 8, 12% rule that's been in the news lately as guardrails and all this stuff. I think there's some frameworks you can put around things. That's fine. That's all okay. Many pre-retirees are worried about running out of money, says Jeff Pataki, George Pataki's. Anyway, then he goes, I think it comes back to the evidence-based timelines. It's making sure that there's some evidence and factual stuff that we can present to clients about what happens. And then I love what he says here. I love this part right here. Right here. One thing I do encourage clients and people that love them is I say to them, would you rather be in a position that I'm having a difficult conversation with you when you're 78 to cut your spending? Surely that's a better conversation than basically just keep working and keep working. When you're 78, you're in your late 70s, early 80s, you've done some wonderful things over the last 15 years of retirement. I'd rather be having that conversation with you then, it's time to cut back, releasing some equity in your house or spending a little bit less on this or that. I'd rather be having that as opposed to saying, just keep working another 5 years. I could not agree more, man. He says, what are some misconceptions? There's one big thing for me, says Halit. I think the amount of time they have to truly enjoy their hard work. I think the longevity thing has been rammed down people's throats to think they're going to be alive for 40 years and need all this money to last. And they're going to spend 20,000 pounds a year on leisure forever, and we're all going to be alive longer. To take advantage of these go-go years and understand our health span is different from our lifespan. I 100% agree. So that's the fact that Morningstar is allowing these kind of arguments now to come out. It's interesting to me. It's a big change. I'm telling you. I remember like it was yesterday. Ty Bernicki had written that, and Jonathan Clemens said, the reason people are spending less, he acknowledged using BLS data that people spend less, but his initial reaction is they're running out of money. And just the evidence just isn't there. And I don't know what Clemens says now. I don't know. But I mean, he wrote a book in 2016, I forgot what it's called, which is a great book, by the way. You should definitely get it. But anyway, this is good. This is good. We're making headway, man. And I think it's because of, people like you watching my videos and stuff and sharing it with other people, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the numbers are the numbers. You can argue all day long about it, but the numbers show what we've been talking about for almost 6 years now on this YouTube channel. All right. God bless. Love to hear your thoughts. See ya.